Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining me for another craft night with friends. My name's Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners, and I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time that we can relax and craft together. So tonight we're continuing on our Scaredy Cat Halloween embroidery. So here's the little finished one. We got three little kittens on here. This is kind of like a vintage cat look, so we are going to be stitching on that. We started yesterday, got a whole cat done. I'm hoping we can do a cat a night, so hopefully we're done with the cats by Wednesday, and then we have a little bit of text on there. So we'll be done hopefully mid-time on Thursday. So I would love to sew this into a cute little tote bag on the rest of Thursday and Friday. So I'm going to grab some fabric for that later in this week, and I think that'd be fun, like a cute little trick-or-treat bag almost. So I think that'll be neat. All right, you guys, but for now, let's just keep stitching. All right, here's our little design. I'm going to zoom you on over. Bear with me a sec here. Okay. All right, so here is our little kitty. I got my designs here tonight. So here's my stitch and color guide. So I'm going to keep referencing this. We're just using 2 stitches in this feller. So all right, we finished this purple guy up here. I think I kind of want to do this one tonight because it's a little bit different. These two are pretty similar, but this one's quite different. So let's do that cat with the fun eyeshadow. All right, so I'm going to keep this nearby as I stitch just so I can refer back to what colors and everything are being used. So, all right, I got my needle right here. So let's see, let's start out, I think kind of how we did last night. Let's start out with this outline. So it's got this black outline. Actually, a lot of it's black. The teeth, these little eyebrows, and underneath the eyes are all black. So why don't we get that? I do have some black left over, quite a bit actually. This is a nice long piece. So I have some left over from this guy's face. So let's just use that. So I already have split it into 3 strands. So embroidery floss, here we go. Stranded embroidery floss, or 6-strand embroidery floss. It actually comes with 6 different pieces of thread here, and they're actually really easy, relatively easy to pull apart. And it's meant to do that, to pull apart into separate pieces. And that's how you can sort of decide how thick or thin you want your stitch lines to be. So I have mine at 3 strands. So yesterday I've pulled out 3 already, and so I don't need to do it again. But after I run out of black, I'll have to cut a new piece of black, and then we'll split the strands. But right now I don't have to do that. All right, I'm going to use my pinch method of threading my needle again. So I am pinching it, and as I unpinch slowly, and then I put the needle right on top of that and just kind of push the needle down, and that should hopefully get it threaded pretty easily without having to suck on the end or anything like that. So hopefully that works for you. If not, snip the end a little bit. That might help. We have needle threaders too. I should use a needle threader one of these evenings here. Okay. So I think I'm going to actually, instead of just tying a knot, I'm going to weave in the ends just because I don't like having knots on the back. I think my thread catches on it too much. So I'm going to weave in the backs of these stitches that are already here, and then I'm going to just jump across and then start stitching this black. I think that's my plan. I think I'll do a little lower, like I'll weave in the ends here. So I'm going to weave back and forth 3 times. Oop. So here's our back so far. I like I said, not having knots on the back, because then my thread catches on it and makes like horrible loops on the back. I think this just keeps everything just cleaner as I go. So I've just gotten to the habit of of weaving in those ends. So, all right, I'm going to jump across to this little kitty cat, and we're just back stitching around this whole thing. So once I get to the ears, I'll probably get the ears going on in there too as I stitch around, and then we'll have to jump and do some of these other features. Maybe I'll jump and do some of those features as I'm stitching too. I don't know. I usually like trying to plan my path out, but sometimes you just gotta start. And I think we'll probably run out of this black floss before I get to any of those features anyway. So I'm doing the back stitch. So if I'm going this direction, I'm going forward, underneath and pulling my needle up, and then the actual stitch is made by going backwards to where the last stitch was. Some cute little back stitches. Hope everyone's having a nice week so far. In my head it's like Thursday, but it's just Tuesday, you guys. Ay. I like this one. I think this is my favorite kitty. I like his little cat eyes. I still think the back stitch is my favorite stitch. I do like the chain stitch too. That's one of my favorites, but this one is just, it just feels like embroidery when I see it. Like there's ways to stitch lines where you don't see the stitches as much and it just looks like a nice solid line, but I don't know. I like seeing all the little beady stitches there. I think that's kind of fun. So I'm probably going to rotate a lot tonight too, just because I like having my backhand, my left hand on the back here to feel the stitches and feel my needle as it goes through. And I can't reach when I'm holding on that side of the hoop. Oh, I think his teeth are going to take a little bit of time. Oh man, you guys, I'm still like thinking about this. I got the yummiest pecan bar today at the grocery store. We have this yummy grocery store by us, and every once in a while we're like, oh my god, I need a cookie. So we'll drive over there. It's really close. We can actually walk there. It's a little bit of a trek to walk, but we can walk there. And they have the best cookies, but they were out of cookies. So we're like, oh my god, we still need something. And so we got this pecan bar to split. Oh, that was so delicious. It was just the right texture and just the right sweetness. And, you know, we're headed into fall and, made my afternoon for sure. That might have to be my go-to thing there now. That was yummy. That'd be a fun thing to learn how to make. You'll have to let me know if any of you guys know how to make really delicious pecan bars. It was good. All right, I kind of want to jump over to the eye, but I'm not sure if I'll have enough thread to do all that, but I think I'm going to give it a go. So I'm going to do like another last stitch here. And we'll kind of get that bottom eyeliner and see if we can come up on the top, that little eyebrow here. So the bottom of the eye is black, but the top is purple, but the eyebrow is black. So let's see if we can get this bottom like eyeliner. Yeah, it was definitely delicious. It definitely had that apple pie, or not apple pie, that pecan pie taste, but the goo part was not so gooey. I mean, it still was, but it was more of like a bar texture. So there was still like some, what do they call that? Like some chew, or some pushback when you bite into it. Ugh, it was delicious. All right, I think we might have enough to get that eyebrow. It's funny, just the bottom of the eye. It's gonna look silly until I think we get the full eye in there. All right, I'm jumping up to this eyebrow. Oh yeah, I think we'll have enough to get that, and maybe even jump back over to our outline here. So as far as satin stitch goes on this cat, the eyes, like the just those little slit eyes, those are satin stitched, and the nose again is similar to this guy here. All right, I think I'll do like a little forward stitch just to be closer to where I left off. All right, I think I'm going to crawl up this ear now. See if I can get to the top of that, and then we'll weave in the end, and then I'm out of black. I gotta cut a new piece of black. But we made it pretty far with that little leftover piece. Uh-oh, there. Hit a little loop. Get caught. Yeah, I think we're fine still. This is where funny stuff happens when I'm almost out of floss. I'll accidentally pull too hard, and my needle come off the floss, and whatever. It's going all right now. All right, I still have enough floss to do a few more stitches. I'm going to come down the inner. I don't know. I guess this is like the kind of top of the ear. Hello, Justa. Oh, Robin, your snowman embroidered quilt. Yes, that is looking so cute. I saw that today on the Penguin and Fish Crafters group too. Ugh, what a fun project. All right, I think I can squeeze one more stitch out of here, and then I'll weave in this end. So, dang, we did get a lot farther than I thought we would with that little piece. All right, let's weave in that end and cut a new piece of black here. There we are. Snip. All right, a little bit of progress there. Okay, I'm gonna get some more black. So I cut about 24 inches or so. I'm just sort of guessing. I don't want it too long because then I gotta pull my arm too far, and if the thread goes through the fabric like over and over again, it can wear away on the thread. So I don't like having long pieces because of that. Then it gets tied in knots and stuff more. 24 inches is just right. All right, I'm going to pull the individual strands out. So I'm using 3 out of the 6 strands here. Okay, 2 and 3. All right, so I got 3 on this side, and we got 3 over here. So I'm just going to kind of quickly put the ends together again, and I'll actually just snip the ends so it's all nice and clean. Clean, perfect little end there. All right, so I'm going to do that pinch method again. Get it pinching in my finger and slowly unpinch and put the needle on top and push the thread through. Okay, now what should be my path? I think I'll just continue where I left off here, get this ear, do this eye thing again, and then maybe I can just jump right over and start the mouth if I have enough floss. So I think the floss will take quite a bit, but we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna start here. Okay, so I'm gonna weave into these little ear stitches. Ooh, that was a little too far. Try again. Okay, one. All that little excess I can trim off, but it's not going to bother us. All right, two. I'm just trying to grab as many threads as I can along the way, just to get it. It's kind of like a long knot, basically. Okay. All right, let's continue our back stitch around the shape. I'm going to go upside down again, just so my left hand can touch the backs of the stitches, especially with a new piece of floss. I feel like there's more tendency that it could tangle, so I'm just actually letting the floss like go through my fingers a little bit so I can feel it. And if there is a knot that's coming, I feel like I'd be able to catch it. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of crawl up this ear now. Then we'll jump back down and finish up the top of the head. Yeah, I'm excited though about turning this into a little tote bag. I think what we'll do is I'll maybe sew like a little bit around, some extra fabric around the edge, just to make, like if this is a front panel, for example, for a tote bag, then it'll be just a little bit bigger. And then, yeah, get some extra fabric for the back and the lining and the handles, and we'll see what we got. So later this week, I'll hopefully before Thursday for sure. So tomorrow, I guess, I'll dig around in my fabric and see what I got that would be cute for going around this, and then for the back and for the inside. But I just think it'd be like the cutest little trick-or-treat bag. Little tote bag. Can't ever have enough bags. Definitely we'll use it for some sort of project. I always think tote bags make good like knitting bags. Whenever we go visit my parents or travel, we're always bringing like oodles of tote bags filled with projects and stuff. Let's see, what's the best route for here? I think I'm gonna go up the ear. Maybe I'll go up the ear, down the ear, go a little bit further. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have this totally mapped out perfectly, but that's okay. Then we'll do that eyebrow and the eye last, and then jump to the teeth, to the little smiley smile. Relaxing evening of stitching. And I'm happy that we'll get done with this early, because it'll be fun to have that little extra day to do a fun project. And actually next week is a free week, so if we don't get the tote bag quite finished by then, we definitely could go over a day. But I think it's going to go pretty quick to do a tote bag. Like if we finish this early on Thursday, we'll be able to cut all the pieces and start sewing, and then maybe Friday we'll just have to like finish up the handles or something. Should be a quick project. We will see, I guess. There's oodles of different ways to make a tote bag as well, so I have one in my mind. I saw a different pattern that would be a good tote bag as well, but I don't know, I have kind of a picture of a way that might be easy to do it too. We'll see. But I think I'm going to just jump all the way up here. I don't usually jump that far, but we're going to do it. And go down this edge here. Oh, does Penguin and Fish have any cat or Halloween fabric? We did have cat fabric. Gosh, I might have some cat fabric scraps yet. Ooh, maybe I'll do that. So I do have some cat fabric. I don't have Halloween fabric. I used to be a fabric designer, so I think that's what we're talking about here. I don't have any, I have cats, so I think I might have a little bit spare stuff of that. And then I have like some pretty orange and purple fabric, so maybe like between orange and purple and black fabric, and then some of these cats. I think I have cats on like a gray. That would be maybe cute. But yeah, I should use some of that. I got like random size scraps of all that stuff. All right, I think we'll do 3 more stitches here, but that's a good idea. Get some cat fabric. We have cat fabric. Sometimes you can find my fabric on Etsy and stuff yet. But I don't think it's being... Well, I'm not making it anymore, but I think you can still find it on... if you do a search for it on Etsy. All right, I think let's go down the eye and come back up the eyebrow again. I think I actually might... I'm getting low on thread. I might actually just start fresh for the mouth. We'll see. I haven't decided quite yet. Did I do 4 stitches for this? No, I did 5. Let's do 5 on this side too. I probably could have done it in 4, but just to have it be the same on both. I think I might do the green satin stitch eyes before I do the eyelids. Just thinking ahead. The whiskers are also green. So I think I got green on the brain. We might do green next, although I do want to get the mouth. The mouth is black still. I probably have enough to get a few stitches on that mouth, but not enough to finish it. So I think I might just start fresh. Since I'm all the way up here, I might just start fresh with a new piece of black for that. Little fun, angry eyebrows there. It looks goofy like this. All right, let's weave in the end. I'll just weave right in the eyebrows here. And we will get my second piece of black that I already cut and do that mouth. I haven't decided on a pattern quite yet for the tote bag. We might actually just figure it out on the fly, but maybe we'll do like a blog post about it or something when we're done making it. Then I can have like actual dimensions and stuff on there. So I have to figure that out yet, but I think, yeah, once I get it done, it'd be good to, maybe I can just get it posted. All right, so I think I'm going to just weave in the end down here, and then we'll jump up here. I'm going to do the inside of the teeth first, and I think each line is going to get like its own stitch, like it's a tooth, like the full going around a tooth like that, versus me like crossing over, like how I do sometimes here. Like I crossed over a stitch here where the ear just kind of went in. That makes this look like it's in front. But with teeth, I think I want to see all the individual teeth. So each one of these lines will be a separate stitch. And then we'll do the outline of the mouth when those are all done. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's hop up here and get these teeth started. So I'm going to do all of these with just like one long stitch. I mean, it's not that long of a stitch, but we'll just work our way from one side to the other. I'm kind of wondering, maybe I'll do it this way. I'm going to go all the way down through the center, and then I'll come back and do the top side and then do the bottom side. That's a strategy, I suppose. So we're going to the center of the mouth here. It's as good a strategy as any, I suppose. Oop, see, that didn't feel quite right. All right, we got a little twisted there, but we are fine. No knots. That's why I like having my left hand back here, just feeling what's going on. Okay, so there's the center of the smile. It looks kind of crazy right now. Looks like a one little fang there. Let's add the other fang just for fun. All right, I guess let's just do top and bottom at the same time and work my way around. I was going to do all the bottom and then, or all the top and all the bottom, but changed my mind. Now it's going to look like skeleton teeth until I get, it looks like stitches, until I get the outside of the mouth done. And actually I'm feeling like I might need more floss for all that, but hopefully not. Hoping one will be enough. It's fun seeing these little faces develop. Like the other one looked, the purple one looked crazy yesterday until we had like the teeth and everything in there too. There, now it's skeleton kitty. All right, let's go around the outside. So now I'm gonna cross over those lines, just because these are like the outer lips. I don't want them to feel like more teeth kind of all meeting in the same spot. The things that are more in front of other things, that's what I like using to cover up. Like, for example, like lips are in front of teeth, right? So these lips, this outline, which I'm kind of thinking is basically lips, I want those to go over the top of where these points end there. Because the floss will then actually physically be in front of those things, and that will, give us a little bit of the effect of that they're in front in real life, like lips would be. Ooh, it's gonna be a close call on this floss, but I really don't want to get another piece. But I suppose it doesn't matter if I get another piece of floss, because this one is going to need a lot of black floss, so it's not like I have 3 more stitches and don't have enough floss. We'll need more of it. Oh, thanks, Alyssa. It looks like a Franken-Kitty with the teeth. Yep, it's the unfinished teeth of Franken-Kitty, especially with these weird eye thingies too. Actually, this almost looks like his eyes are closed, like mad eyebrows and closed eyes. He's cranky cat right now. Cranky Franken-Cat. his goofy smile is coming. Man, this guy's going a lot faster than I thought, too. If we get this one done, this face done early, I might start on the text, maybe. Or maybe I'll just start on the second cat, or the third cat right away. Because the faster we get this done, then the more time we have to make this potentially cute tote bag, this like little trick-or-treat bag out of this. That would be fun. Yeah, if we could finish this by tomorrow and have all of Thursday and Friday, that'd be cool. I'm not even sure we'd need both those days to do a tote bag, but we'll see. Alright, totally had enough floss, just enough really. I could probably get like 6 more stitches out of this, but I don't need to. There we go. Black is all done for this little kitty. So I'm going to weave in the ends, and what did I say? I think I wanted to do green next. We'll get his eyes in. The eye like slits and his whiskers. Then I think we gotta do the purple eyebrows, or the purple eyelids. We still have the nose too. But I feel like I get a lot done if I'm doing the outline. It feels significant. All right, I have a little piece left here. Actually, I have 2 pieces. I have a larger piece. I think I might splurge and use this larger piece. So I've already split this from last night for just these 2 little teethies here. So this will be good to use to start. I think I want to... How should I do this? I think I'm going to do these whiskers, like bottom to top, and then jump over to this eye. I think I might weave in the end and then do the same thing on this side. Otherwise I'll have a line going right across his face, like in the middle. I'm not sure I want to do that. Actually, maybe what I'll do is do the nose first now. Then when I do this eye, I can kind of go in through the backs of the nose stitches and come back up here. Then I won't have a line going across, but I can still jump across, which is going to be way nicer than starting fresh. So, change my mind. We are going to do the nose first. So I got some orange split from last night. Let's do that first. That'll make it look kind of kitty-esque quicker too. All right, I'm going to just weave in the tops of the teeth here, because that's close to the nose. 2. Oh, that's what you're having that bad at, always having like lines from the jumping. That is definitely something I try and consider as I do, like, as I like look at where I'm going. You know, I'm even like this little line jumping from there to there. I don't always like that all the time. So I do try and avoid jumping. And what I mean is, like, if I stitch this eye and then I just skipped over here right away, then you'd see that black line theoretically. Like if I show this up to the light, like I jumped from here, from this cat to this cat, so you can see that little line there. That's what we're talking about. I like to avoid those going in front of the face. So you can kind of see, like, here, I jumped, I'm holding it up to the light again, I jumped from here to here to do this eye, but I did not jump directly across to do that. I went down and did the mouth. So all these leaps are a little bit more hidden than just jumping straight across. It is something I think about, but I don't know. What some people do for that is actually put 2 pieces of fabric in their hoop, so they're actually stitching through 2 pieces of fabric. I just try and minimize it where I can, and like let's say I had to jump from here to here, I might actually just travel like in the backs of these stitches. Like if I ended up here, I'd have my thread. I would just stitch through the backs of these stitches until I got down to the bottom. Then you wouldn't see the jump because it would be in the backs of your stitches. So it's using more thread. So instead of going from here to here in one big leap where I could see it from the front, I'd travel around and then start at my next spot. So always kind of thinking about those things a little bit. Especially if I'm stitching something like a tea towel where the back is exposed, theoretically, that I try and travel through the backs of the stitches even more. I'm only half doing it tonight. Oh, Sharon has her Scaredy Cat done already. Fun. Yep, this one isn't taking all that long to do, which is nice. Oh, it's Manda's. I would not feel bad about that at all. There's nothing wrong with not having like a perfect back. Whatever that means. Like, you don't need to. The back does not need to be as clean as the front. I've seen lots of like freaking amazing, beautiful embroideries, and they have threads going all over the back. The reasoning, so like mine are pretty clean here. I don't have knots everywhere, and there's not lots of jumping back and forth. My big reason for why I like having a back like this is I don't like having knots on the back. So typically, when you learn how to embroider, you just tie a knot on one end and then you pull up and start your stitches or whatever, right? Which is totally fine as well. But I kind of find if I'm doing that, I'll accidentally pull like the little ends of the knot to the front, so I got all these little fuzzles on the front, which is annoying. Or I'll be stitching for a while and like, my back of my thread will get stuck on a knot and I won't have known it for like a zillion years. Like, I'll have done like 40 stitches until I realize, oh my god, I've got stuck on that knot from way back when. So by weaving in the ends, it's a little weird extra step, so that's what I've been doing here, weaving in the ends. That just makes it so there's 0 knots on the back, and it magically, my thread doesn't catch on anything because there's nothing to catch on. There's no knots to catch on, and just by doing that, I feel like my backs have gotten a whole lot nicer. With none of those silly knots that I'm catching all the time. And just like thinking about, those jumps. Like, do I travel through the backs of other stitches or do I just jump? Depends how I'm feeling too that day. If I'm like, I don't care, I'm gonna just jump over. Alright, there we got his little sand stitch nose. He looks much more like a key cat now. Oh, and look, I do already have a knot. I missed that knot. Oh, that might be my last stitched out. No, you know what? Dang, I got one of those loopy knots. I'm gonna just kind of stretch it over here and try and weave it into what I'm doing here. That's pretty dumb, maybe. I don't know. I hate those loopy knots. I guess I just didn't feel it because I was so close to being done with that stitch, so I just kind of folded that loop over, and now I'm just trying to weave it in. Hopefully that'll just hold it in place. I'm sure it'll be fine. Boo. Alright, let's snip. Okay, now I'm gonna do the green. So I'll do the whiskers, and then I will have a jump here. I could weave in I could just like end the whiskers and then start fresh on the eye. If I was being super duper picky, like if I did not want to see my green stitches that I'm going to do next, if I did not want to see them jump from here to here, like if I didn't want to see that line behind, I would just do those stitches, weave in my ends, and then start fresh by weaving in here, doing this eye and weaving it in, and then starting fresh on these whiskers. But that is getting real picky, and I've already jumped across a few spots here already, so I'm thinking meh. So I'm going to stitch up to here, and then I'm just going to jump to that eye, But now, this is what I was talking about. Instead of jumping straight over to this eye, which would leave that big line going across, I'm going to actually jump to the backs of the stitches here. So my line's going to go like this on the back, and then I'm going to jump up to the eye. So that's going to make me avoid having an eye or having a line just cut right across. So let's see how that goes. But yeah, so I'm always kind of thinking about those little things. How can I avoid, just specifically if it's like across a face like this, that's more noticeable, because people's eyes, like when they look at something, they go to like eyeballs if there's eyes in a piece, just naturally. So I want to avoid, you know, any weirdness there. All right, so here's I'm weaving in the stitches to start. Again, this is just so I don't get a knot on the back. It's the third one that the third going backwards there, that kind of locks in those stitches. All right, so if I want to end up here, zoop, 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 I should start out here at this one. I don't know if that's where my floss ended up. Close enough. All right, I could, theoretically do these in one big stitch. This one's kind of curved. I'd have to do that in a couple stitches, but I think I'm going to do 3 stitches here. Ugh, lost my needle. There we go. All right. I waited to do these whiskers after I did the outline, because I want these whiskers to go over the top of the outline. So there we go. Oh, I did not send so I am, Kimberly's asking if my friends got their art gifts. So I made those flower patterns, like the zinnias and the gladiolas and stuff, for my friends are doing an art trade. So my month is September. So those are the little art pieces, and then I made them into the little kits. So I'm glad you guys are liking them. Those are some of my favorite ones, those 5 flowers that we recently did. I have not sent them yet, although I did write on them tonight. I just took a small little micron pen, and I actually wrote just in this tiny little part on the edge of the hoop, just to and from, and then like Art Swap 2021, and I think that just worked out just right. Just an itty bitty pen, just a really subtle little mini label there. They're on my table downstairs, half packed up. So they'll probably be going out in tomorrow's mail. So I hope they like them. It was such a fun idea, though. My friend, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, my friend that I used to work with at the greeting card place. I used to work as an illustrator at a greeting card place in town. They do like greeting cards for like Target and that sort of thing. Target's in town here too. Target corporate. But I still keep in touch with all of them. And she's like, let's have an art swap. So each person gets a month. All right, now I'm going to jump over here. Each person gets a month, and then we just make a little piece of art for each other. I'm going to start on the top. I think that'll be easier, just because I don't have stitches there. Yeah, so I took the month of September. So I'm kind of getting under the gun here of getting them sent out. Oh, Lynn says the 5 flowers are perfect size for your COVID quilt blocks. Oh, awesome. The first patterns I did not have. Oh, I did not. Oh, I didn't. Oh, you didn't have to resize to make them smaller. Oh, I see. Oh, and Sharon's working on the flower collection, starting with the zinnias. Those were I don't know. I was excited about drawing those ones the most, I think. I think it was the first ones I drew. I think that's probably why. Oh, thanks, Kimberly. Yeah, I hope that they like them, too. I definitely had fun making them. All right, so now this is... Oh, yeah, it's Manda's. Yeah, it was such a cute idea. So that particular friend is so good at, like, keeping us all, like, connected and together. And it was just a fun idea. Like, let's each take a month. There's 6 of us, so we each are making, like, 5 pieces. And, yeah, so I did those flower embroideries. All right, so I'm going to jump. So now here's where I'm saying instead of jumping from this eye to this eye, which is my next green thing, so let's just like mimic that. If I hold the thread up there, you can see, if I hold it up to the light, you can see just a thread going across the face. So that's pretty visible. So I want to try and avoid that a little bit, and how I'm doing that is I'm going to jump down to the nose and then jump back up. So we'll still have a little notches in the back, little jumps, but not this real big one that's more obvious because it goes right across the face. So I'm going to jump down into the backs of these stitches of the nose, these orange stitches, and now I'm going to jump back up there. So see, that's barely visible now, that jump there, and it's going to be covered up with, when I do these purple stitches as well. And I think I might actually jump up into some of this black first too before I go all the way to the top of the eye. There. So now instead of going right across the face, I'm just making these little smaller jumps up there. Oh, am I on Twitch too? Oh, so I'm actually on, okay, so I do want to go on Twitch. My brother is like big on Twitch, and he keeps wanting me to do that. So I'm on the verge of being on Twitch as well doing this, but nope, I am live also on Facebook and YouTube right now. And I just started doing the lives on TikTok here. So I'm here every evening, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. So I'll be here tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So I'm just not on weekends. But yeah, so I don't always do embroidery. It's heavily embroidery-ish, but because my company does embroidery patterns. But we'll do quilting and sewing and other stuff. Like on Friday, we're going to sew this into a tote bag, I think, because we're going to have extra time. Thursday and Friday, actually, I think. We're going to have time for all that. But yeah, my brother's been trying to get me on Twitch for years. And now I finally have like a system down where I think I actually could do it. I just got to make like all the starting graphics. Oh yeah, it's way less noticeable. Yeah, way less noticeable without that line going directly across there. But yeah, all the replays of this are up on YouTube. Penguin and Fish. I'm Penguin and Fish everywhere. So up on YouTube, all these lives, and they're grouped. So those will. If you ever miss anything, then there's that. A trick-or-treat bag. Yep, that's what I'm making, Kimberly. So I think, once we got this started yesterday, I'm like, oh, dang, this is going kind of fast. Which I knew I was designing a little simpler. We've been having some kind of intense embroidery of the months, I feel like. So I'm like, I just want to do let's just have a nice, simple one again, a nice basic one. And that is making this go pretty quickly, which is great. So yeah, I think we're going to have a couple extra days this week, and I thought, oh, this would be super cute as a little tote bag. That'd be easy enough. Add some fabric around it to make it a bit larger, and then we will do a back, add some handles. So a simple tote bag, and handles for a tote bag. I'll show you guys how to do that too, or one way. There's zillions of ways to do it. But yeah, I think that'd be good. A little Scaredy Cat trick-or-treat tote bag. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should make this into a tote bag, and I wouldn't want it to get dirty. I was gonna say we could put it out for Halloween and have all our candy in there. We'll just wear masks and hand out candy. That's what we'll do. We don't get that many trick-or-treaters, actually, which is kind of a bummer. But it could be because our front light hasn't been working well for a couple of years. We just got a new light, so now I can turn it on and it stays on, so people know that they can come trick or treat with us. A lot of our neighborhood kids have gone away though too. I think we're all adults now again. Oh, there's some kids, like some like middle school, high school kids, but I think all our like little trick or treater kids, I don't think we have them on our block anymore. Oh, that's kind of sad. I never thought about that before. Wonder if we'll get any trick-or-treaters. Gosh, it feels weird to be talking about that already, but if you're in craft land and you're making stuff for holidays, you gotta think about all those holidays a little bit earlier, don't you? Get them all stitched and done and knit and embroidered, all those things before the holiday actually comes. All right, I need more purple. We must have used it all up on this guy last night, so I don't have any scraps left. So I'm gonna pull my 3 strands out of here again. 2. Oh, your apartment doesn't allow trick-or-treating. Oh, and you have so many kids there. Oh, that's a bummer. It's so nice at apartment buildings. Like our old apartment building, they had trick-or-treating, and it's so nice there because the weather isn't involved at all. So you can see, like, everyone's cute costumes. A lot of times, if it's, at least by us, in the Midwest, if it's crappy outside, then you don't get to see any of the cute costumes because they got, like, winter coats over them. Ugh, that's silly. That would be the perfect little place for trick-or-treating, just right in an apartment complex. If you have some sort of notification, like it's okay to knock on this door, but not okay on this door or whatever, I don't know why that'd be. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a COVID thing. Oh, Gretchen says your house is too far off the road for trick-or-treaters. Oh, bummer. And I think a lot of, I don't know, I see on Facebook, because I don't have kids, but it seems like there's a lot more like school parking lot sort of trick-or-treat things. All right, I think I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the green eyes here. I'm going to start here. We just have his little purple eyelids here. So I think I'm going to start here, go up and come back down here, and then jump through the nose again, and then do the same thing on that side. And then we're done with this kitty cat, so he went pretty quick. Let's see. Oh, gosh. I thought we'd have more time after this kitty to do some more stitching, but it's already 9:23, you guys. This went by fast. I was like, oh, we'll have tons of time to do the text and everything still, but yeah, I think we'll just finish up this kitty and we'll be done for the night. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, I'm just about I'm here every night, but it's for an hour long, so I don't think I said how long I'm here. So hour-long lives. Oh, you're in Illinois, so it'd be perfect. It's so safe for the kids. Yeah, especially in, like, cities and stuff. Apartment buildings would be just right, I would think. That's a bummer. You know what? It was one cranky person one year who messed it up for everyone. That's probably what's happening. Oh, cross-stitch. Yeah, we should do a cross-stitch sometime. That would be fun. Gosh, it's been ages since I've done a cross-stitch. I always love the idea of starting up a cross-stitch, and I like designing them and stuff too. I haven't released any patterns, cross-stitch patterns, but they're fun. But whenever I start stitching them, then it takes so much longer than embroidery, so I go back to embroidery. It's just way faster to embroider. Oh, Nikki, these are our embroidery kits, so they are available over at penguinandfish.com. In my profile, there's a link to get to the TikTok page, my TikTok page, and there's a coupon code there too if you check that out. But yeah, this is our embroidery of the month for September. So it'd be on the embroidery of the month page. There, his pretty little eyelids. There. It's looking so much better than the, like, Frankenstein cat we had earlier tonight. All right, so here again, I'm going to go through the nose. And then it's kind of cute from the back too. It looks all filled in. Oh, cool, Nikki, I appreciate it. Yeah, it has everything in to get started with stitching and stuff too, instructions and all that. We did a little bit of a box opening. Well, not a little bit. We did a box opening yesterday when we started this guy. Kind of would love this particular cat as a pin. I've been thinking about pins lately again, and pins as like needle minders as well. I think like those pins, which are basically pins with a magnet on the back. I think that'd be fun. But I think this particular kitty would be pretty cute as a needle minder. Ooh, a cross-stitch holiday ornament. No, that's not a bad idea. We could maybe do that. Oh, Kimberly, that is so sweet. Kimberly says, the kits are like getting a gift in the mail. The boxes are so nice. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, we worked really hard on our new box. I got a stack of them here, our new boxes. Like here's we have the 4-inch ones, which are this size, and then this is an 8-inch kit, so that's the same size as this. So our cute little fun new kit boxes. I'm so excited for them. It's pretty recent that we got those. So we've been just trying to design new designs to put in them and revamping the website with the new kits, the new kit boxes. Updating our wholesale page with boxes, so hopefully we'll find some nice little gifty boutiques that will carry them. We'll see. Definitely excited about them, and it's just been fun making new designs for them too. Oh, thanks, it's Mandis. I always start too big of projects for cross stitch, then procrastinate finishing. So that's the same thing with cross stitch. So when I started cross stitch is like the first craft I did. I remember like a babysitter coming over and having a cross stitch, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to do that. I was little. And, all they had back then, was you had to go to Joann's and they'd have like a Christmas ornament that was like this big and it was all Christmas ornaments, or it was like a 9x12, wildlife scene. Oh, God. So I got the Christmas ornaments and was doing those for ages, but I tried one of those big ones once. I actually have it still. I've found it. I don't have the instructions, so it's basically useless. I should do something with it, like this unfinished wildlife embroidery. I should just make that into a tote bag, or cross stitch, I mean. But yeah, that's always the surprise for me. Every time I pick up cross stitch again, I'm like, oh my god, this takes forever. It's fun, and I love seeing, the counted cross stitch where you don't see the pattern on the fabric, where you have to like count the grid and you're filling in, it's like filling in like little pixels. I love seeing a design develop. It's super satisfying, but oh my gosh. After doing embroidery for so long, the embroidery just is light years faster to get done. So I've been like hanging out in embroidery land a little bit more than cross stitch. All right, you guys, I think we are going to call it a night at that. So we finished it right on the dot, right at the 9:30 mark. So we're here for an hour. So this guy took me exactly an hour, basically, tonight. So tomorrow, Wednesday, we will do this guy. I would like to hopefully maybe start the text too. Otherwise, we'll start the text on Thursday. But I do want to start sewing this into a bag on Thursday as well. So we're going to turn this into a tote bag. I'm not quite sure how yet. I have a picture in my head of how we're going to do it, but we'll see. A simple tote bag. And I think I might need Friday plus a little bit of Thursday to get that done. So I'm hoping we can get this Scaredy Cat done like super quick on Thursday, or maybe even tomorrow. Yeah, that would be bonus points if we got it done tomorrow. But we got that last little kitty. He's a little light on there, but there he is, and here's the front of the kit again. So there we go. That's what we're going for. One last little kitty. some Scaredy Cat text, and that will be that. So, all right, you guys, thank you again so much for joining me here. I appreciate it a ton. Again, I'm here every weeknight at 8:30, Monday through Friday. Weeknights at 8:30 p.m. Central. We're going to continue this guy for the rest of the week. This is going to be all about this embroidery month this week. So thanks again for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Good night.